Hey there, it's Trish Williams with Color Me Crazy Stamps. Do you guys want to make a cool fridge magnet? They're pretty awesome. You can take your photo in and out. You just basically cut a 3x3 photo of a photo that you already have. I used a 4x6 photo, cut it down 3x3. You can do that a couple ways. You can use your framelit die to cut it through your Big Shot machine, or you could just hand cut it, measure it and hand cut it, and maybe draw on the back so that you can cut it around. All right, so let's get started. I used a lot of cool stuff that I had laying around that already came with my Stampin' Up! Product. So if you're like me, I like to be creative, and this is the back of a kind of designer series paper stack that comes with it just to kind of make sure that you don't ruin your paper. But I kept it, and I decided to use this for this part of my frame, which is the front part. You can keep it white if you want, or you can do what I did and put washi tape on front. So it's cool as you can make so many different kinds, and trust me, I got a little carried away. I made 18 of these because I was having so much fun, and then I thought I'd use them, you know, for my Christmas gifts and stuff. So another thing that you're gonna use is for your backing. Get magnetic strips from Hobby Lobby or Michael's, and I got this one right here from Hobby Lobby. So it's pretty affordable. Then I have a template that's about the size that I need. The size that we're using I'll put up on the screen. And then, so I put it down and I used a pen or pencil and just outlined it and cut with some strong scissors. And that's how I got my backing. And then I hot glue gunned the back on here, okay? In just a second, I'm gonna bring you above view so that you can see how I do this. I wanted to point out that the glimmer paper has this really thick cardstock at the back, and some of the other papers that you get with Stampin' Up! Have the thick cardstock. So make sure you keep those supplies if you want to do this at home. All right, one other thing I wanted to go over. Let's go over what else you're going to use. So just a variety of washi tapes. They're pretty cheap, and Stampin' Up! Has a great selection. You're going to need you can't see it, but you need a clear sheet that you can see through, a sheet protector that we're going to cut. And then what you're going to need is your cutters, your square cutters, and your Big Shot machine, and some scissors. Now I use scissors that I know I'm going to use with tape so I can reuse them again because they kind of get grimy. So you could do that, or just clean off your scissors because you're going to be cutting a lot of sticky tape today. All right, the other thing that you're going to use, which I love, one of my favorite new products that Stampin' Up! Came out with, foam adhesive strips. These things are awesome. You can use them to make shaker cards, spinner cards, or use them like we're going to use them today. I just wanted to show you those and just let you know you can use them in a variety of ways. You may have seen some of my other videos that I just recently released on shaker cards and spinner cards, so check them out. You also just need a clear tape to stick on your sheet protector. So let's get to it. I'm going to film you from above so you can see how this is done. All right, we're up above, ready to go through this. All right, let's get started. Okay, I'm going to show you each step. So obviously I won't show you the cutting with the Big Shot, but what I did is I cut down my piece. So this is going to be a template, but pretend it's in that white paper that I used. And basically what I did is I put on my cutter framelit side down, and I just framed it so it's exactly in the middle. Now don't get scared because it's going to cut closer to the inner part of your circle, not on the outer. So you're going to have quite a bit of space in between. You can use a different color square if you want, but yeah, that's what I used, and I will give you the dimension of the square. Okay, so then you run that through your Big Shot. You've seen me use the Big Shot before. So if you have any questions about the Big Shot, send me a message on my website, cmcstamps.com. All right, next step is to use the washi tape to get that cool background right there. So I basically did almost all of it for you, but I wanted to show you how to do the rest. So let me show you real quick. When you're doing this bottom part, you're going across like this. Now it can be tricky to line up perfect. So if you don't want to just do it perfectly, I would put one side down and then see how I can move it up or down, which angle, you know, I want to place it down at, and then just cut your sides. Okay, and then to line up the bottom, I had to do another little half, and then all you do is put it on, line it up perfectly, and cut your sides. The cool thing about washi tape is it is so forgiving, which means you're like, crap, I made a little mistake right there, and I want to fix it. So no worries, because the cool thing is you can totally lift it up slowly and fix it. Okay, so you're going to see me put this on the top. And you see how I'm just kind of carefully getting it lined up. Now that's why I only do one side at a time so that I can move it up or down according to where my white needs to be covered. Once it's on, I run my finger all the way across if I feel like it's right. Now it looks like I could go up a little. So see how I'm showing you that you can move it. If you feel like it's just not quite right, you can move it and then there you go. Now your next step is to grab those scissors I told you that you need and flip this around. And I'm going to make it so you can see. You're just cutting along your edge, basically. So just cut along that edge and then set that aside because we're probably going to have enough left over for our other side. And I like to do it where it's facing me. I think I get more of an accurate cut that way. So you just go ahead and cut along that line. And what's cool is now that this is more of the size that we need for over here. So let's check it out and see if it lines up where we want it to. Actually, it's not doing too bad. Okay, so I'm lining up this bottom pattern to make it look kind of like it flawlessly just kept going. Now leave your corner up because we're going to cut that just straight across. This is where you kind of need a little bit of precision, but not too much. Okay, so I'm just cutting straight across there. Just a little bit more, if you can see what I'm doing. I need just a hair more. It's always better. My sister's a hairstylist. She said it's always better to cut less first, and then if you need to, trim it up a little bit more, okay? So here's my 2 cents from my awesome sister. All right, so there's our end product. See how cool that was? So we've got it all covered with washi tape, and I think it looks adorable. Okay. Let's turn it around to the back. I wanted to show you what one looks like finished, what one looks like almost finished. Okay. So what I have here is I cut a window sheet. Stampin' Up sells these. You can get 2 12x12s, and you cut them 3x3, which gives you quite a bit for 12x12. You ended up with 16, I believe, of these little look see-through. Kind of protects you. It protects your pictures, what it does. And it gives it kind of a glass look like you would have on a picture frame. So I'm going to show you how I did that. Pretty much what I did is I got some tape, clear tape, and I put it down below here, and it just barely fits over the outside of your cut that you cut. All right, so what you're going to do is take your tape and you're just going to cut it into 3 strips with. That's why you get good scissors that can be, they can get all sticky. So 1 piece of tape like this cuts you 3. And I'd already done some for you, and somehow I got a little bit of washi tape on there. Okay, so then what I do is I line up, so you're not going to see it from the front. You just want a small portion showing, or you just want a small portion going over the back here. This might be hard for you to see, but I just placed this along right here, and then now I'm going to go and just press it down to make sure that it's secure. And now I've done this on all 4 sides, and I just want to make sure that you clean this off. Now, I just want to caution you guys real quick. This sheet, window sheets, can be scratched very easily, so I would handle it with care. And if you're going to wash it, I may wash it beforehand with water and let it air dry. If you use a paper towel, you get a bunch of the the little spots all over it anyways. So don't use anything harsh, and make sure you don't slide it across. Next thing I'm going to show you is you need 1 full strip of these adhesive strips and a 1/3. So I've already started this to show you what it's like and kind of make it go faster. But let's grab that. And the trick to doing the bottom one is getting it pretty close to the edge of your square. The reason I'm doing that is so that when you put your photo in, it's not going to go way down in there, see? So my photo is cut 3 by 3 1/4, and the reason I did more on top is so I could easily pull it in and out. I wanted to show you how easy it was to take one of these out and put one in. Okay, so that's pretty cool. All right, so now that I've showed you going across, you can just take your handy tape scissors, cut just at the very end there, and make sure that you push it down so that it sticks correctly. Now you've got 2 of those parallel at the bottom. You have 1 on the side that I already did. Now a trick on the side, I almost go to the very end of the window sheet edge, not to the edge of the outside, but pretty close, because I want to give my photo room to come in and out. This one is a little harder to get out because I think I put, see how I kind of have to grab it out? I think I put this a little too close in. So just be careful of that, be cautious of that, and then you won't make the same mistake I did. Okay, so that's what I wanted to show you. So now we have technically 2 of these, and I've got my backing that I told you that I used hot glue gun and my magnetic strip. I'm going to turn it around, and now this is the easy part. I mean, super duper fast. You take off the backing to the double-sided sticky foam strips. So you just use the side of your nail and you can pull it off. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. So I'm just taking that off like that. And you're taking off all 4. You want to leave that on up until the point that you're ready to put it down, because it does protect your work. So that's really cool. All right, so then we're just putting this straight down where it's kind of just centered. And then once you get it down, I kind of just work my fingers all the way through pressure-wise to make sure that that sticks, that foam is sticking on there. And pretty much then you're done. Okay, that's that easy. It's really, the time that it takes to put this washi tape on takes a little bit of time, and then to get your window sheet on and your dimensional tape takes a little time, but I would say this is a super fast, super fun project that anybody can do. So that is it. I hate to say it, but we have reached the end of the video, which means now you're equipped to make these at home. I know you're gonna love it. It's just it's a fun gift, and it's fun to have at home if you're like me and you love pictures. So I hope you enjoyed my video today. Come again and visit my website at cmcstamps.com. Sorry, I'll say that again. Visit my website at cmcstamps.com. We'll see you later. Bye. Peace out.